Welcome. Welcome all of you at AD Topcast one more time. I have a very quick video that I had to make today regarding what's going on right now. After 3 days with Donald Trump in office, it had already have changed. The fight has already begun with IC, with immigration. So I have a pretty quick video that I'm going to show you regarding how IC is going with people, with immigrants, for those who have papers, for those who don't even have them. I'm gonna show you a pretty quick video just to warn you guys to be careful. It doesn't matter if you are here legally or illegally. You have to know this, you have to be careful, you have to know what's going on because it's for your protection. IC is rounding up people with even green cards. So you may just find yourself in a situation when you have to really struggle a lot to be able to get out IC, AC hands. So be careful. I'm going to show you a video in New York and in Chicago when they go into the school, they go into the workplace, into this factory looking for immigrant. For some reason, you may find yourself inside the situation in a groups of the people who they are looking for, and you may be a victim. You may be a vet, ex-military, you may be somebody else who are not even an immigrant, but mostly being having a skin color which is now white. You may be black, you may be brown, you may have an accent. You gotta be careful. So this is what you need to know. Everyone needs to know this because it's so important for you guys and for your family and for the people around yourself. Please watch these videos so you may know how to prepare in this moment. It's different. It's not what we used to see 2016. It's different. We used to walk around with green cards into our pocket because it was afraid and it was not sure what to do in those type of situations. So now it's different. IC is allowed to go to schools, they're allowed to go into hospital, they're allowed to go into a workplace, and as we can see right now. So it's different. Be careful, and I hope this is going to help you to prepare because you don't want to be victim of the stuff that has nothing to do with you anyway. So please watch this guy, and I hope you're gonna get more information and you can be safe.
Trump mass deportations have begun. The nightmare is upon us. And let me tell you, just as expected, non-immigrants are being caught up in the wake of this. Got a statement from the mayor of Newark. I've got a little bit of a piece to read about this, but let me tell you this. This is a military veteran, someone from Puerto Rico, an American citizen who was detained by ICE agents without a warrant, demanding to see his papers. The papers of an American citizen, a military veteran. Guaranteed, this was the question yesterday, is, well, it's clear this guy's not white. No one's going to come to me and demand to see my papers. Prove you're an American citizen. Let me see your military veteran confirmation. This is something I actually got from several Trump supporters when it came up in conversation that I was a former Marine. Let me see your ID. Hey, fuck you. I don't owe you proof that I'm an American. I owe you nothing, whether you're a Trump supporter or ICE. Verification of the legitimacy of my citizenship or the fact that I served in the United States Marine Corps. You can fuck.
Let me clarify something here, okay? He's a white man, you can see that, right? He's a white person. So he doesn't have to show the papers because he knows the outcome of the situation. In case you are not a white guy, you are a black person, you are brown, you are an immigrant, you have an accent or something, you're not going to you're not going to have too much leverage. So you gotta know how to protect yourself. At least you gotta decide if you have to work around with your papers or something. But there's also a danger with it. You don't want to work around with most of the very important information around, or going to work or working around or something or somewhere. But it's up to you to decide what to do in that situation. But you don't want to copy what everybody's doing, because you may not belong in the same camp. You may not in the same situation because you don't have the same status. But it's gonna help you to decide what to do in your case.
Straight off. This is the attitude that needs to be carried out by everybody who is involved in these particular raids. If you show up without a warrant, without a justification, without probable cause, you could pound sand. This is from Fox 8. ICE agents raid New Jersey seafood store, detain U.S. military veteran. They detainment is a form of arrest, an American citizen. Because why? He looks Latin. He looks like he's not white. Ooh, you're suspect. You're not white. Prove to us that you're an actual American. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents raided a New Jersey seafood store on Thursday, according to the Newark mayor, Ross Baraka. The store owner told Nexstar's WPIX that a U.S. military veteran was among the people detained. Store owner Luis Joanta, I'm probably mispronouncing that, I apologize, said 10 or 12 ICE agents entered the retail area after receiving complaints. We don't know, because they are Gestapo, Donald Trump's Gestapo. We don't know whether they're telling the truth. But if indeed this is true and people are informing on members of their own community for arrest, it's a replay. Do I need to spell out what a replay this is, what we're replaying in this moment in American history? With America First and Make America Great Again slogans, recycled slogans from the 1930s and 40s in America with Nazi sympathizers. Do I need to spell it out? Quote, I was confused. They took 3 people who did not have any documentation on them, Jonta said. I asked them, the agents, what documentation they were looking for, and they said it was a license or a passport. I thought, who walks around with a passport?
Yeah.
Jonta said 3 people were taken into custody and some received a court date to appear before a judge. And then he said this, one of the guys was a military veteran, and the way he looked to me was because he was Hispanic. He is Puerto Rican and the manager of our warehouse. It looked to me like they were specifically going after certain kinds of people. Not every kind, because they did not ask me for my documentation, for my American workers, Portuguese workers.
Yeah, let's stop here on this video. See, this guy was ex-military. This guy was a manager of the store. But they did not hesitate to ask him to show the papers because he was not looking like white. So this is what you need to understand. I was having a conversation with my friend from West Africa about this, and he was like, how come a citizenship can be deported? How come a lawful resident of US with a green card can be deported? Look, it happened like that. It happened like that. You may find yourself in a group of people that they're looking for, and they take you. And the director of ICE, he said this, if the mayor doesn't give us the names of the people we need, it will cause a lot of issue. It will cause other innocent people to be deported. Because when we come ourselves, that's what he said, I quote, when we show up looking for one name, one guy, the people who will be found with him may be taken too, because we don't know why they are with him, we don't know what they're doing, and we don't know who are those people. So this is the same situation. They show up to the store looking for maybe one guy, and all those guys who was with him, they'll be taken too. unless you happen to have your passport, your green card, your whatever identification or driver license with you. So it's disturbing, and you have to be prepared, and you have to know what you're gonna do in this type of situation. This is what's going on. So I'm gonna show you another situation when they show up into the school. You will be surprised. This is where they show up into the store. That's the a fish market store. That's the news. That's the what he just said. They show up. They used to say they cannot show up. Probably maybe into the workplace. They do right now. They can show up into the factory where you work. They can show up into the supermarket. They can show up into the hospital. They can show up anywhere. As long as they have a name of the people they're looking for, they can show up. They don't have to have any warranty from a judge. They can just show up. And the tricky thing is this one. They're not going to show you a warranty. As long as they have a name, they will take you. The way, if you have to come back, if you are a resident or a citizen, and you have to come back, it's on you. It's not on them. They're gonna take you, and then you're gonna probably have to fight to come back. I'm talking to the people who are here legally, who have papers, who have a green cards, who have a paperwork, work permit or something. You gotta be prepared. But the problem is this: they even show up into school. Watch.
Staff for Good afternoon. Bogdana Shkumbova, Chief Education Officer for Chicago Public Schools. Earlier today, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents showed up at Hemline Elementary School. School staff followed CPS established protocols. They kept ICE agents outside of the school and contacted CPS's Law Department and CPS's Office of Safety and Security for further guidance. The ICE agents were not allowed into the school and were not permitted to speak to any students or staff members. Here is the bottom line. Our students and staff are safe. Our protocols were followed. We are very thankful for our school staff for following established district protocol. We want to remind families and staff that CPS will continue to protect our students and their families. In alignment with the Illinois Trust Act and Chicago's Welcoming City Ordinance, CPS does not ask for our family's immigration status. We will not coordinate with immigration and custom enforcement agents. Does not share student records with ICE, except in the rare case where there is a court order or consent from a parent or a guardian. We will not allow ICE agents access to CPS facilities unless they produce a criminal judicial warrant signed by a federal judge. And we will not admit ICE agents into our school based upon an administrative warrant, an ICE detainer, or other document issued by an agency enforcing civil immigration laws. Again, our protocols were followed. Our students and staff are safe, and we are very thankful to our school leaders, to our staff for sticking to the protocols. We are coordinating with our labor partners, and we also want to thank all our community partners who are so diligently working in the community to keep everyone safe.
Yeah,
I also want to acknowledge that our labor partners, sometimes Chicago.
You know what's weird right here? These guys showed up on elementary school. Elementary school. Can you imagine? Elementary school. When you show up to an elementary school, what are you looking for? Those are the kids with 7 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. My daughter is in elementary school. Can you imagine IC show up on elementary school? It's so scary. Those kids will be scared. They maybe decide to even start to refuse now even going to school because they are so afraid. So that's why on the first Trump term, IC was not going to do this type of operation into the school because kids was too much afraid, and they was trying to do this like in a secure into a better way. But now they have changed. So all I'm saying is what? Be careful. Be careful and watch your steps. Okay. Watch your steps because you never know what will happen. These guys right here, you see, most of these guys are ex-military. Okay, they are tough people. They don't care if everybody will be terrified or these kids will be terrified or something. They have seen a lot. They have been in this war zone, Afghanistan, Iraq, everywhere. So when they're talking about scaring people, kids will be terrified. Don't go to this workplace like supermarket or something. They don't care. They used to go after criminals, terrorists all over the world. So they can do more than this. This is easy job for them, and they used to go after bad people. So when they have these orders, they will do it. So protect yourself. Be careful. I was telling my guy that even citizens was taken. 2016. In 2016, even citizen was taken, was deported, and probably came back. But why you need to be taken to be deported? You gotta prepare yourself. One, make sure you follow news. If you are in America and you have somebody, make sure that guy was not even aware of people with paperwork, with work permit, with citizenship, found themselves in ICE hands and be deported. He didn't know that. So watch news, follow news, and know what's going on. You are an immigrant. Why are you so blind? Even these white guys, white people, American, they follow this news because it's terrifying. But you are an immigrant and you don't even know what's going on. Watch news, get as much as friend phone number as you can. If you see anything, make phone calls. If you can get any of your authority phone number, get it. So you can make phone calls if anything happens, because you never know. What you need to know is this operation are happening in every state in this country. I think even in every corner of the city, this thing is happening right now. So you need to know this. IC is not local police. They don't operate as police. They operate as a special force that need to take these people where they came from. The training they have is not the law enforcement. It's to take what they call criminals out of the community so they can send them where they came from. So they come with a mission, and you may be victim of something you don't even know because you found yourself into a group or with somebody they're looking for. So when you drive, make sure you don't mess around. When you do everything you're doing, do not make sure you don't find yourself into any crime of any because if somebody will make a phone call that somebody's messing up, I'm telling you, they have this contact. I'm telling you, when you call 911, for some reason, IC may show up. You may not even know, because they know how they operate. When they show up into this crime scene or something, number one, they're gonna ask you, what's your status? Are you a citizen? Are you a resident? Are you? Who are you? Show up. Show us your identification. So, if it happened to you, if you happen to be on scene when some type of crime happened, get out. Do not drive reckless. Drive carefully. If you make any mistake on a traffic light or anything, be careful. Because I'm not talking to the people, to the criminals. I'm talking to the resident, to the people who are here legally with papers and maybe green card or citizenship. You may find yourself into an issue that you're not even aware of. So be careful. If you can, maybe get your identification with you. You don't know. Keep him in a vehicle. Keep him somewhere. Just be prepared and be safe. Thank you, guys. That was it. I was just going to let you know that after 3 days with Trump, stuff is already changed. Stuff is already changed. As much as people like Trump, because he's going to make the world economy much better, as much as people like Trump, there's also a lot of stuff that's going to turn around. There's a lot of stuff that's going to change, and we gotta be prepared. Okay? Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you will be safe wherever you are. Thank you very much.